Krishna
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Rama
Hare
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 Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Jai
Ram
Shri
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Chaitanya
Hare
Prabhu
Krishna Hare Krishna
Nityananda Shri
Krishna
Advaita
Ram Ram
Gadadhara
Ram Hare
Srivasadi
Hare
Gaura
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Friday. It is 14th of June. It is Trivikrama Masa, Adhyashta Masa, Sukla Paksham, and Ashtami Tithi. So there are no Vaishnavans today, but we are coming nearer to Ekadasi. Ekadasi is on Monday. So for now, so we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय हरे कृष्ण. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, that Brahma is speaking to Narada Muni, his son, so who has inquired about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and who is behind the Brahma's activities. And here Brahma started speaking to that, I'm not the controller, I'm not the creator, everything behind, there is a Vasudeva, everything is Vasudeva Paru. Likewise, he started speaking about Narayana Paro Yogo, Narayana Parantapaha, Narayana Paramjnanam, Narayana Paragatihi. So he was speaking about the Narayana. Narayana is everything. Everything is for him and created by him. So in such a way, in that sequence, he is further saying that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is the seer, he is the controller, he is the Lord existing in all the heart of all the living entities. And he has created this universe. But now I am the secondary creator. Whatever he has created, I am recreating as part of the secondary creation. Even I am created by himself, and I am inspired by himself to do all my activities. Likewise, Brahma is saying to Narada Muni. So Supreme Lord is the controller, and he is the seer. He is the Lord of all the living entities, and he created everything in the before, and Brahma is creating as a secondary creation. And even Brahma is created by the Lord. So likewise, Brahma is saying to Narada Muni, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter number 5, verse number 17. तस्यापि दृष्टुहुरीशस्य कूटस्थस्य अखिलात्मनः सृज्यं सृजामि सृष्टोऽहम् ईक्षया एव अभिचोदितः तस्यापि दृष्टुः ईशस्य Tasyapi drashtur Ishasya. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, therefore, Tasya api, definitely the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Tasyapi drashtuhu Ishasya, and he is the seer and controller. Drashtuhu and seer. Ishasya, that is the seer, and Ishasya, the controller. Kotastasya, and of the one who is over everyone's intelligence. Kotastasya, of the one who is over everyone's intelligence. Akilatmanaha, and of the super soul. Tasyapi drashtuharishasya kotastasya akilatmanaha. He is the seer, and he is the controller, and he is the Lord of all the intelligence, and he is existing in all the living entities. Kotasya akilatmanaha. Srujyam srujami srustoham. Srujyam, so which is already created. Srujyam, which is already created. Srujami, so do I discover those things? Srujyam srujami srustoham, even I am created by, even srustaha aham, even myself is created by him only. Srujyam srujami srustoham iksha eva abhichoditaham. Ikshaya eva, by his just glance, by glance over, Ikshya eva abhichoditaha, and also being inspired by him, abhichoditaha. Even he is inspiring me to do my activities. Whatever I am trying to discover, which is already created, it is by his inspiration only. Likewise, Brahma is saying to Narada Muni, Tasyapi drashtu hreshasya kotastasya akilatmanaha srujyam srujami srushtoham iksha eva abhichoditaha. So translation for this verse, inspired by him, inspired by him only, I discover what is already created by him, Narayana, under his vision as the all-pervading super soul, and I also am created by him only. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Sharanya Mataji to read half of this purport and tell this verse, and then another devotee will take it on.
Hare Krishna. Even Brahma, the creator of the universe, admits that he is not the actual creator but is simply inspired by the Lord Narayana and therefore creates under his superintendence those things already created by him, the supersoul of all living entities. Two identities of soul, the supersoul and the individual soul, are admitted to be in the living entity, even by the greatest authority of the universe. The supersoul is the supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, whereas the individual soul is the eternal servitor of the Lord. The Lord inspires the individual soul to create what is already created by the Lord, and by the goodwill of the Lord, a discover of something in the world is accredited as the discoverer. It is said that Columbus discovered the Western Hemisphere, but actually the tract of land was not created by Columbus. The vast tract of land was already there by the omnipotency of the Supreme Lord, and the Columbus, by dint of his past service unto the Lord, was blessed with the credit of discovering America. Similarly, no one can create anything without the sanction of the Lord, since everyone sees according to his ability. The ability is also awarded by the Lord according to one's willingness to render service unto the Lord. One must therefore be voluntarily willing to render service unto the Lord, and thus the Lord will empower the doer in proportion to his surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord. Lord Brahma is a great devotee of the Lord, therefore he has been empowered or inspired by the Lord to create such a universe as the one manifest before us. The Lord also inspired Arjuna to fight in the battle of Kurukshetra as follows. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Answer this verse, Mataji, please.
Tasmastvam uttishta yaso labhasva jitva shastrum bhugumsha rajayam smrdanam मयैवैते निहदा पूर्वम् एव निमित्तमात्रां भाव स्वयासाचिन्.
Thank you, Mataji. तस्मात् त्वम् उत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रुन् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धम् मयैवैते निहिताः पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. So likewise, this is Krishna's statement to Arjuna. Just you do your duty, engage yourself. So everything is already arranged. Can I request any other devotee to take a turn to read the next paragraph, please?
Will I read, Prabhuji? Thank you.
Yes, Mataji, please.
The battle of Kurukshetra or any other battle at any place or at any time is made by the will of the Lord, for no one can arrange such mass annihilation without the sanction of the Lord. The party of Duryodhana insulted Draupadi, a great devotee of Lord, and she appealed to the Lord as well as to all the silent observers of this unwarranted insult. Arjuna was then advised by the Lord to fight and take credit, otherwise the party of Duryodhana would be killed anyway by the will of the Lord. So Arjuna was advised just to become the agent and take the credit for killing great generals like Bhishma and Karna. In the Vedic writings, such as the Katha Upanishad, the Lord is described as the Sarvabhuta Antaratma, or the personality of Godhead, who resides in everyone's body, and who directs everything for one who is a soul surrendered unto him. Those who are not surrendered souls are put under the care of the material nature. Brahmanya sarva bhutani yantrarudani mayaya. Therefore, Brahmayan sarva bhutani yantrarudani mayaya. Therefore, there are therefore they are allowed to do things on their own account and suffer the consequences themselves. Devotees like Brahma and Arjuna do not do anything on their own account, but as fully surrendered souls, they always await indications from the Lord. Therefore, they attempt to do something which appears very wonderful to ordinary vision. One of the Lord's name is Purukrama, or one whose actions are very wonderful and are beyond the imagination of the living beings. So the actions of his devotees sometimes appear very wonderful due to the direction of the Lord. Beginning from Brahma, the topmost intelligent living entity within the universe, down to the smallest ant, every living entity's intelligence is overseen by the Lord in his transcendental position as the witness of all actions. The subtle presence of the Lord is felt by the intelligent man who can study the physic effect of thinking, feeling, and willing. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. So here Prabhupada is explaining, so saying that Brahma statements, Brahma is simply an instrument in the hand of the Lord, and he is inspired by the Lord in the heart. So here Prabhupada says, this is simply inspired by the Lord, Narayana. And Narayana is the one who is called Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, from whose navel Brahma has come. He is Narayana. So in the Brahma's prayers to Krishna, at the time he says, I have come from the navel of. So here actually Narayana is in the Vaikuntha. Wherever Narayana is there, he is. So but here he is the expansion of Krishna. And Narayana is therefore creates under his superintendence those things already created by him, the super soul of all living entities. This is and identities of the soul, spirit soul, and individual soul are admitted to be the living entity even by the greatest authority of the universe. This is Bhutendri Antahkarana Pradana Jiva Sanjitad Atma Tata Pratagdrashta Bhagwan Brahma Sanjitaha. One who is experiencing these pains and pleasures both with the senses, Bhutendriya Antahkarana Pradana Jiva Sanjita, he is the Jiva, the living entity. Atma Tata Pratagdrashta Bhagwan Brahma Sanjitaha. And who is the seer and who is the controller? Upadrashta Manta cha Bhatta Bhokta Maheshwaraha Paramatmati Chapyukto Purushah Prakrute Paraha. That is Super Soul, that is the Bhagavan, who is the Super Soul, is in the heart of all the living entities. And here Prabhupada says, admitted. And then Super Soul is the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, whereas the living individual soul is the eternal servitor of the Lord. And the Lord inspires the individual soul to create what is already created by the Lord. So he gets that intelligence whenever he is doing all dehopi devashugha kalu karma yavat swarambakam pratisamikshata eva sasuhu. So this is deham chitam charma sitam muttitam va siddho vipasti yataha adhyagama swarupam. It's a devotee's position. He is always inspired by the Lord. And here Brahma is saying that it is Lord has already created and also I'm being inspired. And here by the goodwill of the Lord, a discoverer of something in the world is accredited as the discoverer. And Prabhupada is giving an example of the how Columbus has discovering America. Though there were so many things, it is already there in India, but people, they have taken name for their coverings. This is also we see in due course of time as a matter of history. these aeroplanes and all these things, it is already existing Vimana Shastra, but some people has taken credit by some Western people. So it is once again, so the ability is also awarded by the Lord according to one's willingness to render service unto Lord. So one must therefore voluntarily willing to render service unto the Lord. And giving this example, Prabhupada is giving about the Arjuna in the Kurukshetra battle. So there, Krishna says, Mayaiva nihitaha purvameva. Everything is arranged by myself purvameva already. Nimitta matram bhavasabhya sachin. You just be an instrument. So that's why Tasmat Tvam Uttista Yasholabhaswa. Just get up and get become famous in this world. Yasholabhaswa. Attain the fame. Jitva Sitrun Bhumswarajyam Samruddham, by defeating your enemies and enjoy this kingdom. Bhumswarajyam Samruddham. Likewise, Krishna is saying to Arjuna, everything is Mayeva ete nihataha purvameva. In the already, it is already arranged. You just be an instrument. So here we are discussing the topics of everyone are destined to receive this knowledge automatically by themselves. But someone is sitting as a speaker, someone is sitting as a hearer. But everyone are destined because you have engaged already yourself as in the austerities and penances, waking up early morning and doing tapasya. You are already engaged with this is called uh, purvameva. It is already arranged because of your determination. So here Brahma is saying to himself, and Prabhupada is saying as an example of Arjuna as well here. And Prabhupada is explaining here. So no one can arrange such a mass annihilation without the sanction of the Lord. So everything is Lord's arrangement. This is also when Brahma, he has gone through so much of penances for hundreds of years. Then Lord has appeared saying that Ma Vedagarbha Gastrandrim Sargam. He says that everything I have already arranged. Yanma, he says that whatever you are praying for to attain, I have already arranged for it. So you engage yourself, you continue with tapasya and austerities. It will come automatically. That is a statement of the Lord as well. Garbhodak Sai Vishnu says to Brahma. And here, on the account of insult of Draupadi, and here entire all the soldiers who are appearing in the Kurukshetra battle, they all died. Whoever insulted in the Asat Sabha, in the Kaurava Asat Sabha, for that purpose, everyone died in the Kurukshetra battle. And also Prabhupada mentions about party of Duryodhana would be killed anyway by the will of the Lord. So Arjuna was advised just to become the agent and take credit for killing great generals like Bhishma and Karna. And then Prabhupada is bringing another Upanishad statement. Sarvabhuta Antaratma, or the personality of Godhead who resides in every body and who directs everything for one who is a soul surrendered unto him. So this is again Upadrashta Anumanta. Anumanta is the who gives the permission to the living entity to carry out the activity. And those who are not surrendered souls are put under the care of material nature. Brahmayan Sarvabhutani Yantrarodhani Mayaya. It is the material body is a machine which is controlled by the goodness, passion, and ignorance. Three strings by the three modes of nature. It is under the material control of the material, whereas the devotee's body under the control of the divine. Dehopi Daivashagha. So therefore, they are allowed to do things on their account, the materialistic people, and suffer the consequences of themselves. But devotees like Brahma and Arjuna do not do anything on their own account, but as fully surrendered souls, they always await indications from the Lord. So therefore, they attempt to do anything, if they attempt to do something which appears very wonderful to ordinary vision, but it is actually the Lord is inspiring, Lord is making them to do it. and they are simply acting as a instrument. So Lord's name is Urukrama, who does the wonderful activities beyond our imaginations. And here, and from Brahma down to the smallest ant, everyone are trying to do. Brahma is trying to create a universe. Small ant is trying to create a small hole in the earth, somewhere like that. And everyone, with all intelligent is coming from the Supreme Lord. And he is present. He is the subtle presence of the Lord he is felt by the intelligent man who can study the psychic effects of thinking, feeling, and willing. So this is everything is the Lord behind the intelligence. So that's why Brahma is saying, Tasyapi drashtuhu ishasya kotasya akilatmanaha sujjham sujami srustoham iksha eva abhichoditaha. Abhichoditaha. I am being inspired by the Lord. And Srujyam, which is already created, and I am creating, I am discovering them. Srujami, Srustoham, even I am created by himself. So likewise, Brahma is saying to Narada Muni. That is, tasyapi drashtuhu ishasya kotasya akilatmanaha srujyam srujami srustohum iksha eva abhichoditaha. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall quickly move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is a letter to Aranya Maharaja and February 27, 1970, Los Angeles. It is also a long letter. Can I request two devotees to take turns? Up to here, the first paragraph. First page, please. Any volunteers? Can I request unallocated devotees, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can I read?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Revered Sprida Ariana Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisance. I beg to acknowledge the receipt of your kind letter dated 17 February 1970, and I am so much encouraged by your kind appreciation of my humble activities in the Western countries. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for telling that in every city and village on the surface of the globe, His holy name will be now coming to be true by His will. And there is nothing wonderful because it was the desire of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I'm just trying to follow the instruction to my best capacity under the guidance of His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada, and things are coming nicely. At the present moment, the preaching work is going on from the Hamburg to Tokyo, crossing over the two big oceans, Atlantic and Pacific, covering 1400 miles. Um, 14,000 miles on the northern side, again from Tokyo to Sydney, Australia, covering another 5,000 miles. I am enclosing here with the newspaper clipping published in Sydney, and you will appreciate very much how Sriman Bali Mardan Brahmachari, who is a graduate on the New York University, is nicely working there since the last fortnight. In the meantime, I have sent another assistant, Sriman Upendra Das Adhikari, to assist him. In the beginning of my preaching work in the Western country, I thought that some of our men from India should come here because I came here alone, single-handed, without any man or money. By the grace of Lord Chaitanya, the young boys and girls enthusiastically joined me while I was chanting Hare Krishna mantra in the public parks. In this way, the whole society has been organized and incorporated under Religious and Societies Act in the different countries like USA, England, Canada, etc. And things are improving slowly but surely.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request other devotee to take a turn to read next rest of the paragraph, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, go on. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Okay. I thought I just lost connection. Uh, Outside our society, people are appreciating our movement gradually, and you will be pleased to know that they are also contributing for various activities of the society. Perhaps you have heard the name of George Harrison, the celebrated musician of England. He has contributed nearly about 2 lakhs of rupees, the entire cost of publishing the first part of my book, Krishna. Similarly, just the day before yesterday, one boy has contributed 15,000 rupees for my book fund. We have got in many places our own buildings, just like in Boston, where we have got our own press, ISKCON Press in Buffalo, in Detroit, and just yesterday, on the Advent day of Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, we have completed the negotiation for purchasing a big church property worth 20 lakh of rupees. I am very glad to learn that although you are 60 years old, you are enthusiastic to help me in this great preaching work. Of course, in spiritual activities, there is no bearing even in old age because I am also 74 years old, but still working by the grace of Lord Krishna. If you want to help me, there is a great need of your value service. To get you here in the States would immediately require about 12,000 rupees minimum because if we sponsor you to come here, we have to send you a return ticket by air, and there are uh, other expenditure also. You have stated in your letter that I will have to arrange for your coming here. So immediately the society will not be willing to spend so much money outright without knowing how you shall be utilized for our society's work. Hare Krishna.
Continue Mataji.
Continue, Prabhu. Okay.
Yes.
But even in India, as proposed by you, you can enroll some subscribers for our publications. As you say in your letter that there is great personal possibility for this work. Another work is that we required many first class mridangas and kartalas and Radha Krishna murtis either from Vrindavan brass or Jaipur marble. And I shall be glad to know if you can help us in this respect. In the meantime, I am advised to dispatch 2 copies of Back to Godhead by air mail post to your present address in New Delhi. Please try for it, New Delhi, because it is the place where only educated and enlightened Indians are staying in hundreds and thousands. And I think if you work steadily, it will be possible to enroll many thousands of subscribers. So, in your next letter, if you kindly let me know how you can help me in the above mentioned and suggested program, we shall think of our future activities. Sriman Jai Govinda Das is now in Hamburg, Germany, in charge of our German publication department, magazines and books. And Sriman Achyutananda Brahmachari is still in India and is trying to develop a center of Sridham Mayapur. At the end, I may inform you that the American boys and girls are wonderful and they are cooperating with me with a great sincerity, and thus Krishna is blessing them with advanced Krishna consciousness. Hope this will meet you in good health and awaiting your only reply, Your yours in the service of the Lord. Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. It's a long letter. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
What I did that Prabhupada is just so willing to get the money and not spending like without if the boy wants to come and then this is so much money to spend so he can come for his and he doesn't know what like he's very steadily moving in Krishna consciousness and the purchase the like a deity he's very keen about the showing that which deity he wants to go in Jaipur and the Vrindavan is in Jaipur is marble and Vrindavan is brass so he's very like particular about the things also and the main point is like he's the George Harrison was helping and he's asking for others so other to help in Back to Godhead magazine and so that he's mentioning about that what American boys and girls are very sincere. So if that somebody is very sincere, then Krishna will surely help and then move forward in the Krishna consciousness. So Hare Bol Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Any other points, other Matajis and any other devotees? Okay, so that is from Prabhupada's letter. So Prabhupada is saying that this is Western countries preaching and inviting from just for preaching. It is not that much simple. It requires lots of money, efforts, and we need to know beforehand how the resources can be utilized, how the people can be utilized. And Prabhupada explaining how this Krishna conscious movement is expanding throughout the world. Okay, from Hamburg to Tokyo, Tokyo to Australia, and Prabhupada is giving dimensions of the world where Krishna consciousness is spreading. Everything by the grace of Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. Spiritual master is to be remembered all the time, and Krishna is to be remembered all the time. Prabhupada is showing, and so that is Prabhupada is saying that I am simply being an instrument in the hand of Guru Maharaja and Krishna. So to my best capacity under the guidance of, that is one statement Prabhupada is mentioning, and appreciating all the girls and boys who are enthusiastically joining Prabhupada in spreading Krishna consciousness. Okay, that is all good points from this Prabhupada's letter. That's it from the Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so tomorrow morning we continue Srimad Bhagavatam, Vaikuntha description, and tomorrow evening Bhagavad Gita at 7 p.m. We don't have speakers for tomorrow, so I'm just going to selecting few devotees to speak on snippets for few minutes, one shloka like that, maybe 6 minutes as a thing, as a small window period or snippet, so devotees get a chance to speak and there is self-realization of Bhagavad Gita shlokas. Yeah, just give at least at least 3 devotees can take advantage and speak. So this is I'm just thinking so that everyone can contribute in the Sangha. Okay, that is from the announcements point of view. And dear devotees, you can to share anything on Krishna consciousness. If there are any other events are going on, kindly share. Hare Krishna. Okay, if there are no further updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
नमो
नमः।
नमः।
अनन्तकोटिवैष्णववृन्द की
की
जय।
जय।
जय
श्रील
श्रील
प्रभुपाद की
प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय
Have a Krishna conscious day, everyone.